Hello my friends, this is Antoine from Toys Tracker. So as usual this video was recorded in French, and I removed the French tracks and translated it in English for you so you can enjoy this new item, which is the new Daredevil 1/6 scale by Sideshow. This is the Daredevil comic books version, and I just received it today from DHL. So we're going to open the box now. It's a very classic box for this comic books version series of from figures from Sideshow. As you know, we already got the Deadpool and the Wolverine and of course the Punisher. This is the fourth figure in this series, and the box is very classic in this collection. So now I'm going to open the box. Yeah, it's a very classic box. So I don't know why it takes me so long to open that box. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Anyway, so yeah, I'm removing the first part of the box, and inside you have the this is kind of where the cardboard to me. I don't know exactly what it represents. Looks like the bullseye, maybe bullseye logo. I don't know, this yellow and black lines. I don't know what they refer to. Maybe the first look of Daredevil, which was yellow and red. I don't know. Anyway, that's not very interesting. So now I'm going to open the box. So you have the first tray, which includes the figure itself, and on the second tray you'll find all the accessories. So here we go. The figure is nicely tailored, as you will see. Nice suit, nice costume with different tones of red, leather-like red costume with some red fabrics too. I like the shiny how do you call that, horns on the head, and also the shiny and very bright eyes. Although, as you will see, I'm not very fond of the face of this figure. You will see a close look at the figure soon, and I think it's quite a weird face. Almost old face, like an old guy. I don't know, lots of wrinkles, very thin on the chin. I don't know. I'm really not very crazy about that face. I don't know what you think of it, but I think that's really not a good point for this figure, because doesn't look like anything. You know, it doesn't look like the Daredevil from the comic books. Doesn't look like any actors who could have played Daredevil. I don't know why they did that face, but I'm really not fond of it. But well, the suit is nice. But this face, really, I can't get used to it. Sorry, but I don't know what you think of it. I really don't like that face. It's almost caricatural to me. It looks like almost like a, like a exaggerated face, like from the, just like if it was a figure from the Gangster Kingdom series, with all those gangsters who looks like real actors, and they have strange face, caricatural face, and that makes me think of that. So this is not what I expected, and I'm quite disappointed about that. Anyway, the costume is nice, as I said, with different kind of fabrics and skin. I mean, leather, and looks like leather. I don't know if it's really real leather. I don't think so, but you have some parts which are in fabrics. You have some. The shoes are very nice, although you'll see at the end of the video that I'm very upset about the shoes and the boots subject, because there's big problem with the prototype, but I will talk about that at the end of the video. But well, they look at the time I made them. At the time I was filming, I thought the boots were nice, but that's not enough. Sorry. And what else? Yeah, there are lots of metal parts too on the knees, on the shoulders, smaller to protect the knees, the shoulders, everything. So now I'm going to look at the accessory. I had some hard time with the accessories because there are lots of different sticks and different canes, and I was not really able to figure out how to assemble them, because they can be on the cane mode, or they can be a nunchaku, on billy club mode, everything. So I was a bit confused. There are two different ways to put it on a stand. It can be on a museum pose like that, or you have a bigger stick with some claw, and you can put that bigger stick to give a more dynamic pose. So it seems to be jumping as its enemy, or kind of flying between buildings. Not flying, of course. I know it doesn't fly, but you see what I mean. So you can have two kind of poses. I mean, museum or dynamic with two different bays. Um, so you have many ends, like 4 pairs, uh, fist or open ends to catch the nunchaku, and to hold the nunchaku. You have also one with the fingers, the one you're going to see now, with fingers which are quite open, deployed, like if they were very very open. I don't know what's the use of that hands, but that's quite nice. And then you have the fist on the figure right now, and then two other pair which are quite the same, which allow you to hold the nunchaku and the cane. Those two pairs are very similar to me, with those little metal plates too on the fist, little metal protection. I mean, it's not metal; it looks like metal. And of course, the bicolor is nice with the black and red colors on all those gloves. Um, so there are not many accessories. There are only the nunchaku, but you can separate parts, so you can have um, a cane, or a nunchaku mode, or you can put them on the holster. So all they they pre, they wanted you to be able to to be able to use those canes in many modes. So there are lots of little sticks and things which go inside each other. So at first I had some trouble finding out how it works, and there is no booklet, with this figure. But you'll see some picture explaining how to do that. Yeah, so that was with those two canes. I mean, those two sticks. You remove the smaller top, and then you you gather them with another one which has the rope, yeah the rope, so you can have the nunchaku mode. Sorry if I'm a bit confused, but it's not that easy in English too. It's not my mother language. So here you have the nunchaku mode with the little rope, yeah, which is quite nice. So I thought it could be interesting to have a look at the other figures from this series of comic books version heroes, which include, as I said, Wolverine with an incredible face, as you can see here. Wolverine, Deadpool, and the Punisher, which are those three are really amazing figures. I love them. Lots of details, amazing badass look for the Punisher, amazing details, lots of weapons, and also Deadpool is really one of my favorite, with the all the weapons also, and those metal plate on the costume, which looks like almost an armor. This is really my favorite by far. I prefer this one to the movie version. But anyway, Daredevil will not be the best in my collection. I mean, that's in that set of four is not my favorite, as you can imagine. And as you will see in a few seconds, I was finally able to understand how it works with all those sticks and canes and everything. So you have several modes. You have the cane with two ways to hold it as a cane, like a regular cane, like a blind man will carry. And then you have a nunchaku style, and also you have a mode for putting it back on his holster. And also you have something called the Billy Club mode, so you can put both clubs together, so they make a big stick. But what I want to say also is that I'm quite upset about what they did with the boots. I thought they were great, and then when I look at the prototype, as you will see, the big difference is that it really seemed on the prototype that they were real laces, and that's, as you know, gives a very nice look to any figure to have real laces instead of molded laces on the boots. But unfortunately, that's what I got today in the mail. The laces of the boots are molded, not real, and that will make a big difference. I'm quite upset because when you look at the prototype, this is not what they wanted you to think, and I think that's really not fair on Sideshow side. I don't know what you think about that, but it seems that more and more this happens with prototypes, and I'm quite upset about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope it gives you an idea of either you will like it or not. This is not my best figure, obviously, in my collection, but I would say it's an okay figure. I'm just quite disappointed by the face and also by the boots. Okay, take care, friends, and see you soon. Bye bye.